library books today.
Okay, not just library books. Well, that'll be a relief for me for a time. We're going to stir, but me and Matt agreed to come up here. We're going to stir the pot just a little bit.
Awesome.
And we appreciate y'all listening in, as many of you do. Thank you so much every week. And I've talked to several of you already. Thank you very much. Connor's on the board. Let's get this thing kicked off, Connor. But for right now, my name is Edwin Lee Raymer, and yes, I'm still a private investigator, at least for now. Welcome aboard.
This is the Edwin Lee Raymer Show with your host, Ed Raymer, on your Good Neighbor station, News Radio, WGNS.
And a little rock and roll to kick you off. This is the Edwin Lee Raymer Show. I'm your host, Ed Raymer. This show is produced at the studios of WGNS, AM 1450, 100.5, 101.9 FM, right here in the heart of the great volunteer state, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Now, you can reach me and Matt tonight with your questions or your comments at 615-893-1450. That's 615-893-1450. You can also send us a text to that number, 615-893-1450. That's our AM call station numbers. You can send it to Connor. He's on the board tonight, and he'll be glad to read it to us over the air or pass it on to me or Matt. We'll read it over the air. For those of you that may be a little bit too shy to be on the air with us, we appreciate you listening anyway. Now, how many ways can you listen to us? wgnsradio.com. You can go there. That's our web page. Go there, and you can scroll over and all that good stuff. We're on YouTube Live right now, News Radio WGNS. You can find us, the Edwin Lee Raymer Show. You can find us. We're on Facebook Live right now. Many of you, there's so many different ways you can listen on the old-fashioned radio, kids. That's that little rectangular-shaped device in the dash of your car. It's called a radio. Turn it on. You'll get some fantastic things. Not just us. You may even get some music out of it. Country, rock, punk, gospel, whatever you want to listen to. And then my wife listens every week on Alexa, and because she sees enough of me around the house, so she doesn't need to see me on YouTube. And you can also download the WGNS app and take WGNS with you wherever you're going to listen, whenever you wish. Listen to Jason Qualls. He's on with financial coaching through the week. All of our sports things. Of course, we're the flagship station for Blue Raider sports. And basketball's going on right now. The men and the women are going at it. NCAA, we're ready to get into March Madness. This is our last Sunday in February, by the way. And can you believe it? And listen to Angela Bingham and Simplicity and, Angie Renee, and listen to these gals. They're doing great work. Taylor is with them, but now she's going to be stepping back after next week. She's going to be doing some things remotely, and but she's still going to be affiliated with the broadcast. And they are a faith-based program on at 6 o'clock every Sunday, and those ladies are just doing a bang-up job. Did a wonderful show tonight. I was listening on the way in. And please, give them some support. We all need all the help. By the way, all of us do. We need all the help we can get. But thank you for listening, and take WGNS with you with the app. Listen whenever you want. Go wherever you go. I mean, go wherever you – take WGNS with you wherever you go. I'm sorry, I can't talk. Matt, how are you doing?
I'm great.
Great.
Hey,
tell me what's going on.
Are we great yet, though? Like, is that over yet? Like,
they
got all that done?
I don't know.
I'm getting kind of tired of it.
Yeah, I've listened about enough of that guy. Well, I guess you're great in my eyes. Okay,
awesome.
Okay, whatever you want to talk.
I feel the same way.
I'm telling you. Tell me what's going on, and why are you here? Why do you want to talk to us?
I am here first and foremost, and let me see if I can get this on the camera right there. Rutherford County Library Alliance. We are a nonprofit started here in Rutherford County back in 2023, 24.
Right,
honestly,
somewhere around
I
in
can't
there.
even
Yeah,
remember.
somewhere around there.
It's been a wild and crazy couple of years, but we're having our annual fundraiser a week from tonight on March 2nd at Oakland's Mansion from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m.
At the mansion itself?
At the mansion, yep. At the main, the little building on the side,
Got
not
you.
in the actual
Oh,
mansion.
got you. Okay, sure.
We have a keynote speaker, Stella Yarborough.
Okay. With the
From
ACLU?
the Tennessee ACLU. Yep, she'll be here to, talk to us and tell us what's going on with, maybe potential lawsuits, we hope. And maybe
I
answer
don't
any.
doubt that.
Yeah, and,
I don't doubt that at all.
And hopefully, I think she'll take some questions from the audience as well.
I don't doubt those lawsuits are wrapped up with a little bow on them right now.
Boy, I hope so. But
I'm
we'll have.
afraid you're right. It's unfortunate, but I'm afraid you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have appetizers, silent auction. We'll have some local vendors and a masquerade mask contest. So if you come out, bring a masquerade mask with you and decorate it up. We'll have a prize for the person with the best mask. And, tickets are suggested price $35. You can find us, Rutherford County Library Alliance, on Facebook and Instagram. You can get the link to get your tickets there. There's still some left, but get them before they're gone. Nothing like creating a little...
Yep, exactly.
So,
And
I'll actually be the emceeing the event as well.
Okay,
So,
very good. Very good. And we need you, folks. We need you. We need everybody to get out there and be part of this. This is an important group. And you've got some people there, Frank and Carrie Lambert.
Yep.
Which are good friends of ours.
Yep.
Wonderful people.
Yep.
And
Yep. You'll meet
Lindsay Schultz, I'm sure, will
Tiffany
be there.
will be there.
Lindsay will
Frank
be
and
there.
Carrie will be there. Lindsay will be there.
Lindsay will be there.
A whole big group of people. I think we've already sold more tickets than we did for last year's event, which was in a smaller venue.
Sure.
So we had more tickets available this time, and we've already surpassed that number. So,
I'm
we're
sure
really
Lindsay,
looking forward
she'll
to
tell all of her people. Lindsay is the owner of the Spine Bookstore down in Smyrna.
Mm-hmm.
And they'd love to see her go out of business, but she ain't going to do it. She's too stubborn.
Yeah.
And, but just a fine person and doing great things down there.
Yeah, we really appreciate
I'm telling
Lindsay.
you.
She's been coming out and speaking at school board meetings.
She was here with us last week.
Yep.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, I think she was on the front page of the DNJ today for a story on there.
Was on DNJ. I know she's
DNJ,
been on.
yeah.
She was on Channel 5 News this week. We saw her on
Yep.
3 or 4 occasions.
Yeah.
We saw her.
Yeah, she's busy. She's out there causing a lot of noise.
She's making a lot of noise. There she is right there. Yeah. Connor pulled it up. Yeah. And no, Connor, that's her mug shot. No, okay. It kind of looks like her. Well, they do them in black and white. But anyway, she's going to kill me. You're going to have to make sure I get out of here alive tonight if I get in the car.
I'll protect
She's
you.
a good. I don't know if you can protect me from her or not. I'll tell you,
I'll try.
She is passionate about books.
She sure
and
is. Yeah, she's
great.
great.
And she's passionate about the Rutherford County School Board too. I can tell you that.
Well, and that's kind of a good thing to mention right there. I mean, a lot of what we have been doing with RCLA, especially over the last year, has
I
a
know
lot
it is.
to,
I've watched
has
it.
almost entirely to do with our Rutherford County School Board. RCLA has always said from day one, even when it started at the public library system, was to just trust our librarians. Right? They know what's best and what's needed in the libraries. This review process that our county school board has been going through, they pulled, it's a stupid number of books all at one time. It was like 150 books.
150
taken off the shelf.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Okay. And then what they ended up doing is they decided to pay any librarian in the school system that wanted to participate an extra $1,000 in order to do a review process of all of these books.
What was that consist of, if I might ask?
So I'm going to have to go from memory here. They did make a
Okay.
presentation at one of the work sessions, I think it was back in January, about how that review process would work. But what it boiled down to was that they had kind of like 3 criteria that they were looking at. Like, was it obscene? And then like 2 different TCA codes. Don't ask me to quote them.
Understood.
Because I'll get them wrong.
No problem.
But basically to look at that and then kind of like judge whether or not the book should be in their school, in the school library. Granted, pretty much all of these books were already either in middle school and high school. Okay?
Sure.
None of these books were in elementary schools.
And some, let me say, had been there for years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So what the process was, and I hope I get this right, was that the book would be reviewed by 2 librarians. They wrote up a report on everything that was in it and submitted it back to the school board. Okay?
Right.
In all of the books that have been voted on since this process took place, there have been some books that the librarian said, yeah, this needs to be removed from the school libraries. That's fine.
Or place it in an age-appropriate.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. I don't have any problem with that. If
Sure.
the librarian
Sure.
says that the book should be removed,
I trust their judgment.
the librarian.
I
right?
trust their judgment.
Those are the only ones that have been agreed on between the school board and the librarians, and that's only like maybe 10 at the most out of like
Right.
100 so
Yeah.
far. And all of the rest, 0. They have not followed any librarian recommendation at all. So what was the point of setting up this review process, paying them the extra money,
I know.
if you're going to completely ignore what they say? Oh, no, wait, I'll agree with you if you want to get rid of it. But if you think it needs to stay in middle school and high school, well,
Yeah.
I better look at that one first, because even though they say every single time, we trust the librarians, we trust the librarians, we trust the librarians, it's a total lie.
Well, take the book and go
If
read
that
it
were
then.
true, if that were true, they would follow the recommendations that were being given.
I know. And Matt, that's what I said. I heard them, and I've watched the meetings pretty close
Yeah.
since you and Tiffany have been involved, especially since Frank, Gary, and of course Lindsay.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we need to take a look at these books. Okay, you need to take a look. You can take a look. What are you going to look at? Front cover and the back? I'm talking about, are you going to read this? Are you going to read this book?
Yeah.
Through and through. Don't just pick a couple of chapters, okay?
And I mean, even what they do read is mostly coming from excerpts from a website called Book Looks.
Yeah,
which,
yeah.
Don't even
And
get
God,
me started
don't
on
even
that.
get me-
That's
yeah, I
a
agree with you.
That is a
We're-
Moms for Liberty
We're
website.
on the
Give me a break.
same. We're on the same page. Yeah, yeah. I know. Excerpts. Yeah, that you may. Come on. I mean, give it a break. And I had wondered about that. I heard some of the people get up. Now, to take a listen to this that came from this. I know you're in your white shirt. This beautiful shirt. It needs to be. Need to take to the laundry and have it starched, by the way. But really. And how about a necktie every once in a while? But anyway, don't give me that. That language may not even, or what words are you sliding in there to enhance your, the effect, so to speak. We're not in Hollywood here. We're here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, where the Rutherford County schools, and I'm not talking about the current school board. I'm talking about, and I've said this since the beginning, Matt, and I know you're here as my guest tonight, and I'll shut up in a minute and get off this stump. No, but our schools are the reason the growth has been so popular and amazing here.
Couldn't agree with
And
you
it's
more.
not a bunch of private schools.
Could not
and the
agree
private
with you
schools
more.
are fine, and charter schools not. That's not it at all. Our county public schools is what brought these people here.
Yep.
It's the first thing wife and I asked when we built here 27 years ago.
Yep.
What we want to be here.
Yep.
Why? Great schools.
Exactly.
That's it. And our kids went to Barfield, went to Christiana, went to Barfield, and then graduated Riverdale, and then, of course, from Middle Tennessee State University. They both have bachelor's degrees. We've been I didn't know we had so many problems with books and things since these folks came along.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised any student in Rutherford County schools over the last 30 years learned anything.
I know. Well, that's what I said. When they banned, what was it? To Kill a
A lot of these
Mockingbird.
books have been here most of this time anyways.
I know.
And
Well,
I
most
think
of
everybody
this
turned
time-
out mostly fine, right?
Hey, I graduated in 1976. Now, don't you and Connor look at me like that. They had schools in 1976, back in the last century. And we were reading To Kill a Mockingbird then.
Yeah.
Okay? I mean, I don't get... And for goodness sakes, put that Dr. Seuss book down, man. We're going to go to our first break before I have a stroke. I was worried about Matt. He's
I'm cool.
Yeah, sure.
I'm good. Look,
I'm not.
I've been doing this almost every day for 2 years, so I'm
looking at
I
myself and I got to get a haircut. I've got some friends. When are you gonna get a haircut? I don't know. Anyway, Woodstock, rock and roll, man. Okay, we're gonna be back right after this. Matt Fee's with us. Connor's on the board. We're gonna take our first break. Stay with us. Back after these good words. Hello, everyone. It's Ed with Private Investigations in Middle Tennessee. If you just need someone checked out on a background check, tag them a run, or if you need someone full-fledged to follow, give us a call. You can reach me at 615-390-7219. That's 615-390-7219, or check out our website at piofmt.com. That's piofmt.com.
I felt so alone, scared, angry, full of self-pity. I just wanted to die, so I took another drink. Then I heard about AA and went to my first meeting. The people there talked about those same feelings. I was no longer alone. They gave me help to stop drinking and hope to start living. Alcoholics Anonymous, it works. Look us up. Check your phone book, newspaper, or aa.org.
Go to J. Mullins Jewelers and check out their collection of reactor watches. They're located at 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And also custom-made jewelry. If you want it, they can make it for you. Also gifts for any and all occasions. Weddings, graduations, family reunions, anniversaries, all of it. That's J. Mullins Jewelers, 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Hello, everyone. It's Ed with Private Investigations in Middle Tennessee. If you just need someone checked out on a background check, tag them a run, or if you need someone full-fledged to follow, give us a call. You can reach me at 615-390-7219. That's 615-390-7219, or check out our website at piofmt.com. That's piofmt.com.
I felt so alone, scared, angry, full of self-pity. I just wanted to die, so I took another drink. Then I heard about AA and went to my first meeting. The people there talked about those same feelings. I was no longer alone. They gave me help to stop drinking and hope to start living. Alcoholics Anonymous, it works. Look us up. Check your phone book, newspaper, or aa.org.
Go to J. Mullins Jewelers and check out their collection of reactor watches. They're located at 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And also custom-made jewelry. If you want it, they can make it for you. Also gifts for any and all occasions. Weddings, graduations, family reunions, anniversaries, all of it. That's J. Mullins Jewelers, 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. All right, and we are back. I want to give Matt maximum yield of time, but Matt, I'm gonna intrude on you just a minute.
Sure. I
want to read this for all of you. Friend of mine, this comes from Facebook. It's a very reliable source.
Okay.
There are days I've just about had my fill of Facebook. I got to tell you.
I'm going to open Snopes.com right now.
Okay. In 1649, King Charles I was tried for treason and other high crimes. The monarch responded with the maxim, quote, "The king can do no wrong, and the king can do no wrong, and therefore he cannot be tried or convicted." He was beheaded 10 days later. Thank you, my friend. You know who you are.
Do we have any British history people listening confirm that?
No. Frank will be calling in. Don't give me no. He was beheaded 10 days later. I'm telling you. You wanted to make mention of our friends on the Rutherford County School
Well,
Board.
yeah, I mean,
you know.
it's not just books that are going on over there.
No,
right?
it's not.
And I have mentioned this to other people before. I almost view the county school board as this may sound kind of harsh, but honestly, it's like maybe the most dysfunctional governing body in Rutherford County.
It didn't used to be.
Yeah.
I know.
And you know, I don't put any of that blame like on the chair, Claire Maxwell, or some of the other members, but you know, there is one in particular, right, that just seems to keep bringing it up. Like, I don't know what the deal is if they are planning to run for another office that's higher up and wants to make waves, but they just keep bringing these, what I would call these highly divisive national political issues.
Really right wing. And let's face it, they're right wing as they can be.
There is no
doubt
reason for these things that keep coming up, you know.
Right.
And the latest example was the anti-DEI resolution that they had at the last school board meeting.
I know.
If you watched like the work session or most of that meeting, you would have heard them say that, you know, it's not an issue here in Rutherford County. You are bringing a resolution looking for a problem, okay?
Right.
That's what they were doing. And the only policy that was even valid within what they were talking about was something that said, hey, try to recruit as aggressively as possible from underrepresented populations.
Agreed.
Nothing wrong with that.
Not a thing.
Absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Right.
You know, there's no quotas. There's nothing like that going on. And the other talking point I hear all the time about how equity lowers standards, these job descriptions haven't been changed, right?
No.
We're just making sure that we actually are finding the most qualified people because we have to look at underrepresented populations, right?
That's right.
Why is it, this comes from my public comment if you saw that, but why is it always these white dudes that bring this up every time?
Right.
Right? I don't understand this.
You know,
there was nothing wrong with that policy that was in there. So, you know, and it was really disappointing because the first time they voted, you know, they voted for that resolution, right? And a lot of people were very upset in that room at that moment and left. And then they went to a recess and they came back and they re-voted. I'm so happy that they did the right thing. Okay?
Right.
You know, in Rutherford County, I'm not sure a lot of people realize this, but in all of that week, okay, I would say there were 3 things that happened that week that were, it wasn't a win for Democrats. It wasn't a loss for Republicans. It was a win for decency amongst the people in our community. Okay. The first thing was that the Rutherford County Steering Committee was also going to take up an immigration resolution. Okay. Similar to what the school board had done. They took it off the agenda. Thank you. Okay. Then the county school board rescinded that immigration resolution, right? Thank you. Then the school board, although they didn't do it on the first vote, eventually denied the anti-DEI resolution. So I feel like those are 3 things that happened, you know, within the course of just a few days that, on one hand, I don't understand why we were even doing it. Like, immigration is not a school board issue.
No, it's not.
It is not a county commission issue.
Yeah, I noticed they had voted. I heard they voted.
This is insanity.
I know.
Why are we even talking about this?
Voting
here?
on the border issue and all that a couple of weeks ago, whatever they did.
If you want to prove how Trumpy you are, go on social
Right.
media and do that crap.
Go for it.
Don't do it, right, in a resolution, you know, for the government. That has no say over what happens in this.
We have a caller on the line. Okay, let's let him wait a minute. Hold on to the caller. Caller will be with you in just a second. Ironic, you should mention that. here in the Tennessean. Today I pick up on the insights section, perspective, examining diversity, equity, and inclusion. Diversity, equity, inclusion is DEI. And the headline by David Plazas reads, anti-DEI attacks don't scare local leaders, they're pushing back.
Yeah.
Right in there what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's making some situations.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's put our caller on. Caller, you are on the air with Ed, and I'm Ed, and with Matt. What do you got?
What do you got, Mr. Raymer? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I was yesterday until Kentucky got beat again.
Well, I think they got two guys. And two guys are already healthy right now. If they get those two guys back, they're going to be pretty good. If they don't,
I'm telling you.
Well, that's just they got to get Robinson and Butler back. If they can get them back healthy and play about a tournament, I think they'll be all right. But
Jeff, let me ask you something. What's your opinion on this DEI thing? You keep up with things.
I don't have any problem. I mean, Donald Trump has a problem with everything, so he has a problem with y'all fly over to Gulf America yet? Y'all fought over that yet? Gulf America, I can't wait to. That's on the maps and everything. You know, he something about the maps. There's one thing he couldn't do anything about though. Everybody, you know what it was?
What?
The hockey game, Canada 3, USA 2.
Well, everybody's pulling for Canada now.
And then they go, oh, Canada, our home and native land. I like, son. And nothing you can do about it, is it? Well, can't change that score against the Trump. Oh, well. They booed the national anthem, too. Y'all, I know y'all saw that, right?
No, I haven't seen.
When they were doing the tournament, when the Canadians, well, the first time they played the finals, too, the Canadians, when they played the other games or whatever, some of the hockey games, the NBA, the Toronto team was playing, and the Canadian fans booed the national anthem. That's all a terrible thing. They booed the national anthem and stuff, of course.
You know, I don't think Canada has any. Their people, from what I can see, are not really wild about being called the 51st state. Okay.
No, they're not too wild about that. But,
yeah.
I think the U.S. will become a province of Canada. Be the biggest province moment. It'll be a problem. It'll be about the Canada moment.
Jeff, are you preserving you a place over on the Gaza Strip? Are you going to get going to buy a condo over there?
I'm gonna buy a hotel over there. We use on good invest, ain't we? This hotel, we get 50 bullets or less. 50
I'm
bullets
telling
or
you.
less. That's admission. 50 bullets or less. Get us
Whatever.
I'll
tell you what.
We're going to invest. We're going to turn Gaza into. That'll be a bigger strip. It'll be like Sunset Strip over on California. It'll be a strip so long we won't know. There's so much money flowing, we won't know what's going on.
I'm sure, yeah. Well,
I just eat it too heavily. We're not going to have the penny anymore. We're going to quit producing that. So that's what happens.
Who knows?
It costs too much to produce a penny, and we have to cut that down. Cut that down. But now, what I want to say about the books and things, I know they had a meeting Thursday night, and like you said, the DEI, the other stuff. They did the border thing too, which was the most. I don't get some of these people on the school board. Some of them I know the one guy Tim, he's the one that brought up the DEI. But there's today a thing about the additions at the schools. Have you seen that? Some owners already in theirs, but they said the city regulation thing. They had to add $2 million to the cost of Riverdale and Ova's expansions. They
right.
Would you see that?
Yes, Matt was mentioning that to me.
Yeah.
At the college. Why don't we talk about that? The Gas School Board said some books. I think that's more important than some books, don't you?
Especially when you're talking about books that have been around for years.
Yeah. Yeah, but more important is money too. $1 million. We're going to run out of money here pretty soon, I guess. We're not like the federal government. They can print money. We can't print here at the local level. I can't print any money and stuff. I mean, we can't just one representative don't want to build no more school. We just have to do what we got. We can't build any more high schools or elementary schools. The next school, they said, if the next school was built, they've already said that with athletic facilities and everything, it's going to be between $180 and $200 million. So we can't spend that. I mean, look, we spend a nickel on a cup of coffee. We spend too much. I mean, we can't do that. But now I enjoy y'all showing the guy who told her about the alliance. Y'all keep in there to fight because, like I say, if you ban one book, to me you can't. where it stops. I mean, if you ban these books, and where is it going to stop? I mean, it's the Bible next. I mean, I know we've talked about that several times on this show, but that's got just as bad stories in it as these other books do. And you just have to be fight the good fight. Now, like I say, we've got to keep on it, because if you don't, they'll run you over if you don't. But guys, I enjoy your show. Have a good week, and enjoy that 70-degree weather this week. I know y'all enjoy that rather than freeze. So
I'm telling you. Thank you, Jeff.
Good one, guys.
Thanks, Jeff.
Jeff,
Hey,
thank you, Jeff.
If I can,
Jeff is always a good supporter of this show. Thank you, Jeff. Go ahead.
He
Matt.
brought up an interesting story that was in the DNJ again today about the extra money that basically the city of Murfreesboro is charging our Rutherford County schools. Right, $2 million, $1 million for Riverdale, $1 million for Oakland.
Right.
This
is the expansion.
This is the expansion for both schools. Yeah.
Okay.
I understand the city of Murfreesboro saying that they have to treat everyone the same and fairly, but at the same time, right, this is something I've thought about for a while, is that, the city of Murfreesboro, they charge impact fees for schools and infrastructure.
Right. Exactly.
Okay?
Yes.
Although,
and the county can.
Now, hang on.
Right.
Now, although not at the beginning, Murfreesboro student kids go to Murfreesboro City Schools, but eventually 100% of those students, guess where they go?
They go
Rutherford
to a county school.
Schools.
They go to transfer to a county school.
So to me, the fact that they can, raise money through impact fees, but the county cannot, in order to build schools, and then charge the schools an extra $2 million. Come on, man. I feel like, I guess, applying the law is right. But also at the same time, if you're also not contributing anything to the county schools in order to build brick and mortar schools, something's out of whack here.
Sure. Right. Okay.
So.
Thank you.
So yeah.
Yeah. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go to our last break. If we can do that, Connor, please. Let's go to that. Connor's going to take us to our last break. And Matt Fee's with us. And we're talking about Rutherford County issues, Rutherford County School Board. We're talking about book bans and the Rutherford County Library Alliance, RCLA. And they're having to get together. Is it next Saturday, 2 to 4?
Sunday, March 2nd, 2 to 4 at Oakland's.
At Oakland's. Get your tickets and get there. Okay, Connor, take us to our last break. Back with you right after this. Stay with us. Hello, everyone. It's Ed with Private Investigations in Middle Tennessee. If you just need someone checked out on a background check, tag them a run, or if you need someone full-fledged to follow, give us a call. You can reach me at 615-390-7219. That's 615-390-7219, or check out our website at piofmt.com. That's piofmt.com.
I felt so alone, scared, angry, full of self-pity. I just wanted to die, so I took another drink. Then I heard about AA and went to my first meeting. The people there talked about those same feelings. I was no longer alone. They gave me help to stop drinking and hope to start living. Alcoholics Anonymous, it works. Look us up. Check your phone book, newspaper, or aa.org.
Go to J. Mullins Jewelers and check out their collection of reactor watches. They're located at 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And also custom-made jewelry. If you want it, they can make it for you. Also gifts for any and all occasions. Weddings, graduations, family reunions, anniversaries, all of it. That's J. Mullins Jewelers, 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Hello, everyone. It's Ed with Private Investigations in Middle Tennessee. If you just need someone checked out on a background check, tag them a run, or if you need someone full-fledged to follow, give us a call. You can reach me at 615-390-7219. That's 615-390-7219, or check out our website at piofmt.com. That's piofmt.com.
I felt so alone, scared, angry, full of self-pity. I just wanted to die, so I took another drink. Then I heard about AA and went to my first meeting. The people there talked about those same feelings. I was no longer alone. They gave me help to stop drinking and hope to start living. Alcoholics Anonymous, it works. Look us up. Check your phone book, newspaper, or aa.org.
Go to J. Mullins Jewelers and check out their collection of reactor watches. They're located at 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And also custom-made jewelry. If you want it, they can make it for you. Also gifts for any and all occasions. Weddings, graduations, family reunions, anniversaries, all of it. That's J. Mullins Jewelers, 352 West Northfield Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. All right, and we are back, and I want to get into a piece of business right here real quick from JR. JR, thank you. And they are with Alpha Phi Alpha. We're hosting an expungement clinic in August of this year. Checking to see if you want the possibility we come in on your radio show and discuss it further. Would love to. I have your number. My number is 615-390-7219, 7219. You can get it. You can Google me or whatever. Ed Raymer, Edwin Lee Raymer, whatever. And you're welcome to call the station here. They'd be glad to give it to you. Melissa has it. She's free to give it out. And I'll put my number in here for you. And thank you for reaching out. It's how we do it. We've got a lot of people that are contacting us now wanting to be on. Matt, we're going to get some more landfill.
Well, it's funny. That's something that's seemed to have come up recently. We had, as far as I can remember, a few years ago, the county commission here voted practically unanimously that said, we do not want to have the Middle Point landfill expansion. Right. But a few weeks ago, there was a presentation given by Republic, who operates Middle Point Landfill, proposing to have a landfill expansion. Basically, that would allow them to more or less just dump more trash here in Rutherford County for at least the next 30 years. The presentation they made, I can't say that it was a bad presentation.
Sure.
I don't know if you can see this picture on my phone, but that's from their presentation. We have the old county landfill that's on one side of the property over there that's owned by Rutherford County.
Sure.
And then Middle Point landfill is on the other side. And basically what their proposal is to just fill the gap.
Okay. And what would be the projection, did they say, of how long this would last? Would it be?
This would probably have trash continued to be dumped here in Rutherford County for another 30 to 50 years.
But then is the agreement to stop the other trash from coming in from the other 26 counties? We were taking trash at one time from 27 counties.
Yeah. So, Republic doesn't do this out of the goodness of their heart, right? The whole point is for them to continue to make money. They've offered to continue to allow Rutherford County to dump for free because that's how we do it now. But they would have to, of course, continue to bring trash from outside of Rutherford County. Now, now hang on. So the big thing that people always the big talking point that I hear about is that Nashville, we're the dumpster for Nashville, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Nashville sends their trash here. Under this agreement, okay, it says they won't take it from Nashville, they'll just take it from other places. What's the difference? Whether it comes from Nashville or it comes from Lebanon, it's the same. It's outside trash, right?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's not coming from
now,
Nashville.
I would say from Nashville would be a whole lot more of it because of the population.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. But you are correct. It's outside.
Outside trash is outside trash. I don't care where it comes from.
And what their fees are.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how they make money.
They're in
not
the business
to
make money.
They're
on
making
this. It's
money.
not out of the goodness of their heart, right? So to me, I've always felt like over the last couple of years, this has been the one thing that almost everybody in Rutherford County can agree on.
You got to. Yeah.
We don't want the landfill to expand.
Right.
It's the footprint it's in is the footprint it's going to stay in.
Sure.
We don't want this place to turn into a super dump, right? And like I said, whether the trash is coming from Nashville or the trash is coming from, who knows, in East Tennessee or whatever, trash is trash.
Sure. Yeah.
So,
and and here's the thing. You don't have to be a tree hugger to get in on the on the ground floor of this argument.
Exactly.
Because, the biggest mistake that was made, and we're not pointing fingers tonight. We don't mean to do that. And Matt doesn't mean to do that either.
no.
The original agreement in the 80s, which I'm sure you were you were still in three-cornered pants.
I
then.
wasn't even living here.
Yeah. Okay. But they left it contract open-ended.
Yeah, it's an evergreen contract.
In saying, instead of at the end of 8 years, we're going to have to sit back and reassess. They didn't do that.
Nope.
It was a mistake.
Yeah. Yeah. And I will give, the county government some credit here, right? They have a transfer station that's going to open here later this summer, right? And
okay.
that is a really good first step towards, I would say, ending this landfill, right? But where I feel like where we are missing in any plans for solid waste here in Rutherford County is that right now we really don't have anything past just dumping it into landfill, right? Whether it's going to Middle Point
Sure.
landfill now or some other landfill somewhere else in the future,
Right.
we don't have a good plan for a diversion yet. And
Right.
that is what we really, really
And
need.
People say, well, just quit taking the trash right now. Well, you can't do that. This is going to be a process.
Mm-hmm.
It is a process. We didn't get here overnight. This happened before you two guys, I'm talking to Connor too, before y'all were ever even thought about.
Yeah.
And yes, in the 80s, I didn't think anything about trash.
Right.
If I had of, I'll guarantee you I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you. I'd be a lot richer than I'd have made some money out of this deal,
Right.
But it is what it is, okay? And yes, Americans waste more than any other society on earth, okay? But we produce more too,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
So you don't have to be, a tree hugger to get involved with this thing. This is a serious situation.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it's real important for everybody to know, Republic made this presentation at a meeting last month. I
Right.
think it's going to come up again in March at the Public Works Committee. There may even be a vote at the county commission this coming up month. So, if you don't know who your county commissioner is, I highly recommend that you find out because, they're going to be the ones who are voting on whether or not to allow the expansion of Middle Point landfill. And I don't know that I can emphasize this enough to anybody who's out there listening. Reach out, call your county commissioner, send them an email. If you know their phone number, send them a text message. Say, hey, don't let Republic expand Middle Point landfill. That's
Sure.
not what's in the best interest of Rutherford County.
Now, the Rutherford County Democrat Party.
Yep.
You want to run for chair of the Rutherford County Democrat Party.
That is a fact.
Now, have you had this animosity toward us long, or is this something that just...
No, absolutely not.
What brought you to this lowly state?
Well, let me tell you.
No, seriously.
And I'm going to do this in just as short a time as I can.
No, you've got more than 14 minutes. Go right ahead. Take your time.
We still got a lot of stuff to cover here.
Oh,
Ed.
yeah.
I first went into a Democrat Party meeting here in Rutherford County in January 2023.
Okay.
I wanted to do something. I needed to do something.
Sure.
During that reorganization, I got elected third vice chair. In that time, also things that happened in our community, right, was we had the decency ordinance, and then we had this, we had the library board banning books in the public library. We founded the Rutherford County Library Alliance. You know, Tiffany ran for school board.
Right.
So I kind of feel like, me personally, like I have been on the front lines of this fight for the last 2 years.
I know you
right?
and Tiffany have. Tiffany ran. I know.
And it's
Yeah.
not just books, right? There's
Right,
so many
yeah.
other things that are happening here in Rutherford County.
True.
And I truly believe that we have a great opportunity to make a difference here locally in Rutherford County, whether it be county commission, whether it be city council, whether it be, you know, any of the other municipalities. Right?
Sure. It can be dog catcher or whatever. Yeah. No, it can. Seriously.
Well, I don't know if that's an elected position.
I don't know if
but,
it is or not, but I mean, yeah, to
but
help
we'll
out.
look into it.
To
Yeah.
help. Sure.
I mean, we really have an opportunity here in Rutherford County. You know, right now, I just feel like our voices don't really get listened to all that much. And that's because we don't really have much of a seat at the table, right?
Not really.
We
Not
don't really have a whole lot. We have, you know, Hope Oliver and Chanto Sereno on the county commission.
But here's the thing: if people would speak up, we'd have more. I mean, speak up, Democrats. Just
Yeah.
so well, I don't want to make anybody mad. Well, you know, sometimes you got to ruffle some feathers. Matt,
Yeah.
excuse me, we've got a caller
Okay.
on the line. Caller, you're on the air. Go ahead, please.
Well, good evening, gentlemen. This is Kathy Watts.
Hey,
Well, hello, Kathy. How are you?
this is one of my
Well,
favorite
I'm good.
people.
Well, thank you. I decided to call in before my name was called out. I usually get blamed for pretty much anything about people running for office or getting involved in the party. And I just want to throw some big support to my friend here, Mr. Matthew Fee. I encouraged him to run for chair. I wanted him to run for king, but we didn't have that position available.
I've got that. That's covered already. I done took you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, when Matt and Tiffany came to our their first meeting, I got very excited because I could just,
Right.
I don't know, there was like this glow around the two of them, and I
know.
wasn't wrong.
They
I
are
wasn't
two
wrong
fine
at all.
young. They are two fine young people, Kathy. They really are.
Yeah.
They're putting their money where their mouth is, so to speak.
Yes, and I had a quick question for Ed, and then I'll get back to that. But earlier, you and I, we're the same age. You know, we're the same age.
Okay,
And
I know. You bring that up every time you call.
Yeah, but you said you graduated in 1976. So what year did you repeat? Because I graduated in 75.
I didn't
Anyway,
repeat. No, I didn't repeat anything. I passed every. Don't give me that.
Okay, back to Matt. But
Okay,
anyway,
Connor, cut her off. That's enough. No, I'll leave her on. Leave her on.
But,
Go ahead.
You know, when we had elections 2 years ago, and I was the chair at the time, and I gave anybody who wanted to run the opportunity to get up and tell. And Matt got up and said, well, he would run for third vice chair. And when he sat down, I thought to myself, he should be running for chair.
Right.
He already had,
Yeah.
he had a list of things he wanted to do and get done then, and he just figured it, just gotten his feet wet. And so he really has some great ideas for our party and how to get Democrats elected. I've talked to him about this, and I'm very excited about it, and I want to help him do that. He knows where to target and where our best places are to win, and we're not going to tell you on the air because that's a trade
Sure.
secret.
Okay.
But he has some really great ideas, and I'm very excited about him running for chair. And as far as we know, he's unopposed at the present time. But I have no fear that he will win, and he will be the best chair since me.
Well, Kathy, I'm going to tell you, he is one of the few in the years I've done this. Tonight, before he got here, I had a complete list via Facebook, Messenger. He said, I want to go through this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right down the line, and I've got it right here in front of me. And that
We
is
haven't gotten halfway through, so he'll have to come back.
Yeah, I know, and that's fine. I mean, and you know how it is up here. An hour goes by pretty fast.
It does.
But
surprisingly.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's the host that makes that happen. And
You betcha.
Oh, now you're wanting to get back in my good graces. Okay. Well, anyway. No,
Yeah.
but I mean, seriously, Kathy, he's one of the few, and I have guests that do. They'll come up and they have their points with them. But he sent it to me and said, here's what I'd like to, I'd like to go over. Sure.
Do you
do
really
it.
want to know why he did that? And I'm just guessing because I've talked to a lot of people who were going to be on your show. And I shouldn't even say this, one of my pieces of advice for them, and I didn't give this to Matt. He just figured it out on his own. He's a very smart young man.
I've been here once before.
Yeah, is that Ed sometimes on tangents, and you have to rein him in.
That's exactly right. And I know that. No, you are exactly right. No.
So that you can say what it is you came to say. And sometimes you have to cut him off and say,
Yeah.
but I still have to tell you this important thing,
I know.
because-
I know. And I'm
But-
guilty as
but
charged.
But we so appreciate the venue that you give us to tell our stories. And anyway, I just called in high regard of Matt Fee. And if you guys don't know Matt, you need to get to know him because he's an amazing young man, and his wife is just as amazing.
She's a wonderful person, and I'll tell you what, pretty good political candidate too. I mean,
She is.
both of them are very special. They're wonderful young people, and we're lucky to have them here in Rutherford County. We really are.
Thank you.
We
Thank
really
you so
are,
much, Kathy.
honestly.
Kathy is really the first person who said hello to me at that first time I went to
Right.
a meeting. So,
Okay.
she's
Well, that was my job, but still.
but she's always been a big supporter of me and Tiffany, so we really appreciate you, Kathy.
Yeah, well, I'm excited about the event coming up next weekend too. Can't wait.
I'm going to try and be there, Kathy. I promise you.
That's right.
Is that okay?
If not, we'll try our best to keep you two separated, okay?
If you come, you can sit next to me if you want to.
Well, I mean, will you promise not to bring those handcuffs and everything like you brought last time you put me in?
Hush now. Your wife's going to think terrible things.
No. Okay, get out. Come on. That's
No.
enough.
Okay, it's time for me to leave. It's time for me to leave because Matt has about 12 more things on his list to talk about.
That he does.
We're gonna
He's only got 5 more minutes to do it. I'm
Okay.
sorry I took
We're
up so
going to
much
get the
time,
important
but-
ones. Thanks, Kathy.
Kathy, thank you. Kathy Watts with Rutherford County Democrat Party. Thank you, Kathy. We appreciate her.
Yep.
And she's a good one. And she's a strong supporter of you.
Yeah, she is. She's
And
been
Tiffany.
right there in
Yep.
mine and Tiffany's corner for a long time. So
Right.
we really appreciate
Okay.
everything she does. So really, just a couple of I want to get a couple of plugs in here for some Democratic Party events that are coming up. I didn't ask if I could share this one, but I'm going to say it
right
anyways.
ahead. Go right ahead.
Rutherford County Democratic Women have an event coming up this Thursday at 6 p.m. at Lineball Library. It's their monthly meeting, and they will also be electing officers. The Democratic Women is a great group. They do a lot of good here in Rutherford County. So if you can, try to come out to that event at 6 p.m. at Lineball Library.
Sure.
Another event that's coming up on March 1st, which, believe it or oh my God, that's this Saturday.
Isn't that something?
That's
It's
still-
unbelievable.
That blows my mind.
I know.
Like, I can't even believe it. I've been shared some information about this isn't. It's more about gauging interest in starting a Tennessee Young Democrat group here in Rutherford County. They have a Zoom meeting set up for March 1st at 9 a.m. I don't have the contact information right here, but
Okay.
if you
All right.
want to get the link to the Zoom meeting, you can send an email to info, I-N-F-O, at rcdp.org and ask for that information. If not, you could also reach out to me directly on Facebook Messenger, might be the easiest. But I have the link and I can share it that way as well.
Yeah, folks, this man and his wife, they're not strangers, okay? They will, if you have something, if you're serious about contacting them, they will be more than happy to share with you, as I will as well. I was going to ask you, does MTSU, don't they have a Young Democrats?
They do. There is
association?
college Democrats at MTSU.
There you go. Okay.
As a matter of fact, I met their new president just yesterday at an event. Oh my gosh, and now I'm putting myself on the spot here. Jorge something. And I can't find his name. I wrote it down. But they recently just reorganized. But yeah, MTSU has an active group, Democrats on campus. The other important event that I wanted to make everyone aware of, which is the thing that I'm doing, like you said, I want to be the next Rutherford County Democratic Party chair.
Sure.
And we are having our reorganization at McFadden School on April 5th at 10 a.m. So that's April 5th at 10 a.m. That is open to any Democrat right here in Rutherford County.
If you want to come out and vote.
If you want to come out and help elect the leadership for the Rutherford County Democratic Party, show up. I mean, literally, that's really all. That's all I did 2 years ago is I just showed up. And
I tell people that, folks, if you don't get involved, nothing's going to take place.
Exactly.
And I'm trying to be involved. We're trying to do our part here at the station. And because we can, and we do reach a good audience, a lot better than I did 13 years ago when I first came here, I'll assure you. Now, but get involved.
Yep.
And if you don't get involved, and for goodness sake, something as simple as registering people to vote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, come out to the reorganization, whether it's just to, learn more about the party, or if you want to be a volunteer, or you want to be on the executive committee, or if you want to run for office in 2026. I mean, for real, there is something you can do to help Democrats here in Rutherford County. I think that... it's real important that we just show up, speak out, and we need to be noticeable here in our local community.
We do, because we've been quiet way too long.
Yeah. We can't just sit back and wait for someone else to do the work. We need to do the work now, and get this going.
We got less than a minute. Anything else before we head out of here?
Less than a minute. I'll just do one more plug for the Rutherford County Library Alliance event. Remember, that's this important group. Yes, I can't stress that enough. We are having our event on March 2nd, this Sunday, Oakland's Mansion, 2 to 4 p.m. Look us up on Facebook and Instagram. You can find the link for tickets.
And I'm going to say this, folks, if you're not watching your Rutherford County School Board meeting, they generally have meetings on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Tuesdays and Thursdays. Their last meeting got postponed. Their next meeting is tomorrow at 5:30 p.m.
Tomorrow.
Thanks for the reminder.
Monday.
Yes, tomorrow, Monday.
At
because
5:30.
it was a snow day on last Thursday.
Understood.
Their meeting got pushed to Monday.
Understood.
No books on the agenda, but who knows what kind of shenanigans will happen.
Telling you that. Matt Fee's been my guest. Connor's been on the board. I'm Ed Raymer for the Edwin Lee Raymer Show. And I'll tell you what, till next Sunday night at 8 o'clock, I'll catch you down the road. Have a good week.